absolutely love the form factor of the Go so much.
Look at how gorgeous these little things are.
I had a white PSP Go myself, and how small it is, how efficient.
And he's got Battlefront 2 in it, too. The right one. The right Battlefront game to put in this thing. That's how you do it, son. Look at that. Takes me back to college, like just playing this. By the way,
sure.
we also should mention, even though we don't support piracy here, this had a
It was a
ridiculous
piracy machine.
piracy thing because of kids in college that you got to play a ridiculous amount of games because one of the biggest things that they pirated this for was to emulate classic retro 16-bit games and other stuff on here, which is a huge part of why this little handheld sold so much.
When I was going to college at Florida Atlantic University, I specifically had a white PSP Go, and I pirated it, and I played a lot of Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, that was about right.
I played a lot of Fire Emblem. I played a lot of Yoshi's Island, which was the port of the Super Nintendo game. I loved that thing. And I also played PSP games. I played so much of Metal Slug Double X.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter started on PS2. I was gonna say, but it found its home more than anything on PSP.
Facts.
Especially in Japan. But even here, Monster Hunter was pretty big on PSP at the time.
By the way, PSP was also a big deal when it came to the UMD units, the disc like that for movies like that, besides games, because a lot of people started being portable with the movies that they would watch like that if you were on a flight or whatnot. So you had games and movies available to it in the same way that PS2 had, but it was just a different format. Now, the movies didn't take off too big with the UMDs. I think at some point they just stopped because of the piracy of the console. That's why Sony stopped really supporting it like that. But it was still available for a while.
Yeah, I remember Final Fantasy VII, the Advent Children movie.
That's right. Advent Children was the big one.
Yeah, I remember when Final Fantasy VII, the Advent Children was on there originally.
Yep.
Then Daxter was one of the spin-offs. But I never really had much memories of playing it. Now that I think about it.
Tactics. Final Fantasy
I just
Tactics
surf online.
Oh, sure.
And the original re-releases of Final Fantasy 1, 2. 1 and 2. Because 3 never came here until the DS. Like that. But the re-release, they were like remastered versions. And then later on in its lifetime, they got the Final Fantasy 4 Complete Edition, which had everything Final Fantasy 4 related into one package with the remixed music and artwork and stuff. Which